Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back. And we're out here with a lantern, of course. Now this is going to be a two-part series. We're going to talk about cold blast first because that's what most people have. It's more common. You still can buy cold blast lanterns. They're still being manufactured. I mean, you can go to Walmart or any other camping retailer and buy a Chinese-made cold blast lantern. If you want a quality one, I would definitely call up the Kirkmans at WT Kirkman and cruise their website. You know, they have really high grade lanterns, and you won't be sorry. I've never been sorry. They're fantastic. I don't have a Kirkman lantern. I have some of their products, but their lanterns are amazing, and they have great reviews. They're made of galvanized metal, and they burn great. So, if you want a quality cold blast, going to give a little push for the Kirkmans. All right, now we have an antique Blizzard right here. This is a 1915 Dietz Blizzard, number 2 size, and these are great for light. They provide about 10 candle powered light. Oh, jeez. Anyways, so some of the new subscribers have asked, like, hey, you know, what's the general function of these? How do you remove a globe? How do you light it? You know, just basic stuff. So I want to go over that for those newer members and subscribers who are just now getting into antique or kerosene lighting anyways. So, to remove the globe, you want to put your thumb through this little loop and put your fingers on top of the bail handle. So make sure the bail handle's up. Alright, so then you have the lantern facing you like so, have the spout out. There you go. So you lift with your fingers with your thumb on the top of the chimney there. Okay. Remove the globe. Lower that. This one has lock knobs. Okay. So most 20s through 50s Dietz lanterns that had the fits-all globe had the lock knobs. Okay. So you want to turn those to the side, then remove your globe, because these wire guards have an indentation called it's a locking device. Okay. So, and then this has the little ears that are called lock knobs, and it actually says lock knob, patented 31014. So that's pretty much when the lock knob design was patented by Dietz. There you go. And then you have your burner exposed. You can pull up your wick, turn it clockwise to raise and counterclockwise to lower the wick. So your wick is here. You can trim it. I usually remove it. These have these little wing locks. So you just turn it counterclockwise, and you can lift it out a bit. Get your snips, your scissors or your trimmers, and then trim it straight across, flush with the lip of the wick channel. Okay, you don't want to get on an angle because it will burn higher on one side if you do. You want to straight across as best as you can. Okay. And don't trim your wick like every burn. You don't have to do that. Depending on how often you burn your lantern, you might not have to trim it very often at all. If you use it almost nightly, then maybe once a week trim the wick. Maybe you use your discretion. So, put it all back, turn it clockwise to lock it back in place. Okay, now I say you already cleaned your globe and it's ready to go. Cleaning globes and sinks it can be bad. So make sure you have maybe a cloth or something, or a plastic basin, okay? And then soap and water, warm water, and dish soap or whatnot is really good for cleaning these. And yeah, and then dry it off with a soft towel so that you don't get water spots if that's important to you. So putting it back, make sure your lock knobs are facing away from this. Stick it in there, and then twist, okay? And then it's locked back in place. See how it's not coming out? There you go. Thumb back in the loop, pull up, and lower it. I've seen guys, that hold this and pull up from here. That's one way of doing it, but then you're using both hands to hold it. And if you're going to take the globe out, it's much easier to have one hand and one hand free. See? Like that. Much easier. Much more control, actually. So that's my advice, and that's how it was designed to be used. This little loop wasn't designed to be hung, because it's part of the spring mechanism, see? So if you hang it on something, the weight of the lantern's pulling it down, and it's not ideal. It really isn't. So lighting. You have a lift lever right here. Just push down on it, and it'll have a little catch, so it'll lock in place. Now, you have your wick. You want to only see maybe maybe an eighth of the wick, not a whole lot, just a little bit, just enough to just say, hey, here's a match, take to it. I usually use matches because I'm old school and like that, and I like the smell of a match. I mean, it's classic, right? If you have a lighter, that's fine too. So apply, and then lower your lift lever. Okay, and that's pretty much where you want the flame to be at, right there to begin with. See how high that is? It's not very high. So you want it to be low, because as the lantern burns, the air circulating through the tubes will go to the air chamber, and it not only provides air to the burner so it can burn properly, but it also warms up the fuel. So as the fuel warms up, you get better economy and combustibility of your fuel. Then that makes the flame increase in height. As it warms up and burns better and more efficiently, the flame will adjust itself. So you want to start the flame off a little lower and then go from there. And then you can adjust to where you want it. Now when this thing is warmed up and everything's great, you can almost get to about 1 inch in height with a good number 2 size cold blast. And you're getting about 10 candle power plus. So that's more or less the game. Now if you go like too high, then it's going to start smoking and you get a lot of black. You get lamp black all over your globe and inside of your chimney, and it'll just cake up and get dirty, and then it won't burn as well. You'll be smelling it also. It'll be very dirty. So you'll smell more of the kerosene burn than you actually really want. Some people like the smell. I don't mind it. It triggers good memories of camping as a kid. But you want it to be subtle. You don't want to be slapped in the face by it. And most kerosenes available are fairly clean burning fuels. So there you go. All right. That's it. When I just extinguish, like, see, okay, before I do that fully, okay, watch. This is my method of extinguishing a lantern. You just turn it down so you don't see the flame, and then you go turn it to the side, and you'll see a little bit of the flame in there, just a little bit, and it'll be kind of blue, and it'll start to pop a little bit, and then it'll go out. So don't turn it too far because you'll get the wick falling into your fountain. That's messy and kind of a struggle to get out of, so you don't really want to do that. But more or less, that's the functioning of a kerosene lantern. And in the next video, I'll cover hot blast lanterns and tell you the difference about those and how they work and how to service them and clean them and do all the necessary things for a proper burn for your best enjoyment. All right, everybody. Hope you guys have a great week coming. It's Sunday here, and our weekend's over. So, yeah. Hope you guys have a great week, and we'll see you again soon in part number 2. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.